this is the some of the interior parts from Cheryl's 66. Now, I should, in all fairness to Cheryl, point out that this machine is in as-found condition. It probably hasn't been used in at least 30 years. So this is not her fault that this looks like this. This is just what happens when a machine is old and grimy. I mean, this machine was made, I believe it was 1920. Hold on. What, Wilson? Hold on. Is there something I can do for you? What is it you want? Is it treats? Do you want treats? Okay. Hey. Yeah, you're a good boy. All right, hold on. I'll get you treats in a minute. Okay, where was I before Wilson came along? Oh yeah, interior parts of Cheryl's 66. And by the way, if you hear noises coming from the other side of the room, Liz is working on...
Bundy clarinet.
Oh, another Bundy clarinet. Okay, I know she also has an oboe and an English horn she's got to get worked on too this week. Anywho, I wanted to go over some of these parts, and because I know some people say, oh, you know, Bob, you don't have to go as crazy as you do on some of these component parts. You kind of go overboard, blah, blah, blah. Well, defining our terms for overboard, when the parts are this grungy, no, there is no such thing as overboard. This is... it's not the worst machine I have ever seen by any stretch of the imagination, but it definitely needs some love. When Cheryl sent me this machine, you know, she had made it abundantly clear that this was, you know, something that she wanted to be able to use. So I made it my business to, you know, make sure it's going to be as perfect as possible. But I want you to see some of the crud that's on here and some of the stuff that can build up over time. Now, this is the main shaft, obviously, this being the nose end of the main shaft. And the areas, you know, some of it looks not too shabby, but some here, like this is where it interfaces with the vertical shaft. You can see where the vertical shaft has kind of burnished in, and where all the other crud is around it. We're going to get all of this off, and some of it's going to just, you know, kind of brushing off right now, but this is going to go out to the garage shop where I've got a different cleaning machine out there, and I'm going to get all this crap off of this. Likewise, this vertical shaft, yeah, the dirt on the shaft here doesn't hurt anything, but if we can get rid of it, we're going to get rid of it. We had to take it out anyway. Likewise, on the bell crank, in here, yes, that is hurting. So we'll get that out, but we're going to get all the crud off this. We want these parts to look as close to being new as possible, and they are certainly not in that condition now. Of critical importance, we're going to take this bobbin case apart and clean and polish it. It's probably one of the dirtiest bobbin cases I've ever seen, but once again, this is something that's been sitting somewhere. God knows how many attics, how many garages, you know, this was sitting in before Cheryl got her hands on it, and actually my hat's off to her that she's found this machine and she wants it saved so she can put it into, you know, back into use. So yeah, this is what we're going to be up against. I know I did the teardown video the other day, and some people were commenting, making some pretty negative comments about the machine, but, you know, once again, I don't blame any individual on this. This is just what happens when something sits for a long, long time. And You know, whoever had this over the years either didn't use, well, obviously didn't use it, but it was, this is, I guess, the epitome of rode hard and put away wet. Like, this bobbin case positioning bracket, ugh, but we'll make it good. All these pivot points, the crud that's on the pivots, we'll make it good. Likewise on the rock shafts, the pivot areas on the rock shafts. We will make this so it performs like new or better than new. All of these parts, we'll go through them. The bobbin winder actually isn't that bad. Let me get this rotting tire out of here. And, you know, I've done a number of videos on various bobbin winders. You've all seen that, but you'll see this one come back to life too. This is going to be a bit of a project. Some of these parts here are going to take more work than others. But we're going to do this upright for Cheryl. And my goal is sometime next month. I've got some more time off coming from the day job. I'm planning on taking a trip north to see my kids, and because they are all up in Massachusetts and in New Hampshire. And the goal is to stop at Cheryl's place in Rhode Island with a completely refurbished machine and reinstall it in her treadle cabinet and see the look on her face when she gets a chance to use this machine for the first time. I normally don't do deliveries, you know, multiple states away, but this one happens to be on the way to where the rest of the fam is, up in New England, so what the heck. But you can see some of these parts here are just, they're gross, but you know, they're not far gone. They're not too far gone. This is going to clean up really, really well. I've got a good feeling about this. There's nothing here that's overly worn. So, we'll make this happen. That's what I'm wanted to show you on this. I'm not going to go through the parts cleaning on video. I've shown that a number of times before. And honestly, it's way too tedious of a process. But I wanted to, I mean, we showed it coming apart, but I wanted to show you guys these component parts before before they all got cleaned. And we will show the component parts after they are cleaned and before they go back together, so you guys get a chance to see the before and after on these components. But anyway, that's what I've got for you on this one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.